Shipyards that produce in series usually have homogeneous ranges with larger or smaller models that all have the same philosophy. However, each shipyard has its bestseller. Salona's bestseller is its 37, and the name of this boat is proof. Even though the shipyard doesn't produce a large number of boats, it has already produced 100 models. In fact, the model that we'll be presenting today is called Numero 100. In 2007, it won the European Competition Boat of the Year for its category. That's a very exclusive competition that awards prizes to the very best boats. Let's go and see why it won. The reason is quite simple. It's simple to explain, but not simple to obtain. This might be one of Salona's most balanced and best built boats because of its nature. It's a very livable boat, both on deck and inside, but also because of its performance. Imagine. Vertigo, a standard model that's only been built in vinyl ester, recently won the 670 class of the Coppa del Re, one of the most competitive of regattas. The design process of the 37 is no different from that of the other Salona models. The J&J studio was used for the projects and Maurizio Cossuti did the optimization aimed at the racing aspect. However, the 37 has something special about it, both in terms of performance and aesthetics. Despite the excellent habitability, the whole hull deck house is particularly well balanced and successful, making it one of the most elegant, fast cruisers on the market. In line with the other models, the standard 37 is a sandwich of polyester with structural steel spider drowned in fiberglass. However, this fast cruiser has the possibility of upgrades with an infused lamination of vinyl up to the IBC version that's lightened and fully equipped for racing. Its extreme versatility can already be seen by analysing the cockpit. We're now showing you the cruising layout, which offers this bench that closes behind the cockpit but leaves a lot of space. With a quite simple step here, we release two automatic elements underneath. It can be lifted. And when we're using the boat in a regatta, or when we want this area to be entirely open, it can be completely freed up, and we have an area that can be used as a sun deck. The stern is open, and the lack of benches offers the possibility of opening an area that, although it's smaller than typical lockers under the seats, it's much more practical because it offers the chance to use the whole area without having to climb inside. Moving towards the bow, you can see the positioning of the trast, which is directly resting on the bottom. This doesn't create any kind of hindrance when you pass around the wheel, and also works well when manoeuvring in sailing or in regatta. Among others, this conformation lets the helmsman completely control the mainsail. Moving toward the bow, we see that this layout of the boat offers the chance to have a locker here, which can hold an inflatable craft. It's a very large peak. The cockpit is also very large, offering plenty of room for a crew while manoeuvring the boat. That's quite a traditional thing, because all of the manoeuvres are forwarded to the mast. I'd also like you to notice that the modelling on the Salona builds is extremely professional in the sense that all the equipment in the wheelhouse is nice and refined. Salona has always used large and very handy side decks, and the 37 is no exception. Indeed, the setup of the deckhouse offers free side decks that are enriched with wooden gunwales. Here you can see that the spray hood has a cart which then wraps in everything, even when it's not used, so it's not cumbersome. The chain plates are inside. That's another piece of evidence that this boat is sporty. These are, of course, predominantly cruise boats, and therefore they offer an overlapping genoa. This is important and crucial because it allows for navigation without the use of a mainsail. The setup of the deckhouse, with skylights that provide a great deal of roominess here. The bow holds an aggressive-looking control station, completely built-in jib winders, access to the anchor lockers, which is quite limited, even though there's plenty of space here for the chain. A glance under the deck and you get an idea why the boat has become a bestseller. There's lots of space, just the right amount of light and height and functional ergonomics. There are practically no errors here. Even the style, the aesthetics, are more than pleasing. Look at the mapping table, which is nice and large, and a well-studied table with a regular shape, and some room for the electronics in this area, the electric panel, which can